Good morning, everyone. So today I'm planning on doing some mowing. I have it cleaned up out here this year and been waiting on some of my wildflowers and all to go to seed, so I'll have wildflowers next year. But anyway, it's 72 was our low overnight. Humidity is up around 100%, so I'm already having problems with my breathing. But I'm gonna get something done anyway. I don't know just what all kind of bugs I got in here. Or stingy caterpillars. But this was all covered in cedar limbs from the tree that blew down with the storm last year, and I've got them drug on in the yard, and that was first thing I'm gonna try to do, if it doesn't wear me out this morning, is get the burning permit and get them burned out of the yard where I can mow it. This was the clump of lemongrass. Whenever I cut it back, I couldn't see but one or two shoots that looked like it was living, but now it has came back really well, and I'm pleased with that. These are got a bunny rabbit over there the girls would have loved to have gotten after. These are the actual chrysanthemums that they harvest the leaves for tea. Got a good crop with the rains we've had. Got a good crop of puffballs coming all over the place. Some nice new growth on my rosemary. I want to harvest some of it before long. Having as much as I do up around the house and everything, I usually don't try to keep any dry, but I may dry some just to have it on hand. But this was my project, was, like I said, was getting out here and mowing this ditch. And I hope my flowers have gone enough to seed that they will come back again next year. They usually do, have for years. There it is. I was going to get this steel pan, was part of walking out here to do the video. I don't know where it came from, but take it up there and might make a dog dish out of it or something. I'm really pleased with the way my oleanders always come out. There's still a few blooms on some of the honeysuckle. I'm gonna get out here and on this oleander, and one day before the flowers all die, where I can tell which branch is pink and which branch is white, and I'm gonna cut more of the white off of it. I'm really not interested in all the white that I have. The lantana always looks nice. I have a few pears on the old pineapple pear trees. If the squirrels don't get them all, that was the my apple tree. In another video I'd shown it, and I had the tree full of squirrels earlier and a rabbit underneath eating them. At least the rabbit will eat all the apple, where the squirrels just do that kind of mess, and they'll eat into them and scar them up, and they only eat the seeds, so they'll rip them apart to get the seed. A lot of times you'll see just hunks of apple all over the dirt. But for some of my limbs, they didn't get no further than that the other day whenever I was dragging them in. Oh, and oak leaf hydrangeas always just, they're kind of aggravating because they send out the little runners underneath the ground, the rhizomes or whatever you call them, and they come up everywhere, but they're pretty. They just don't last very long. Some of the heads will stay on. I had one year I had spray painted some of them to have color, and that's my moonflower vine coming back, and it's coming back from root. I haven't seen, I just mowed over it. I didn't try to save any seed last year, and I haven't seen any new ones coming up. But that's the rest of the cedar, and over there is where I'm gonna try to set it on fire. Look, my big magnolia in the front has started blooming, and it smelled so good last evening, and I think this one has already quit blooming. Nope, there's still a flower up in there. It amazes me, those cones that it produces will just be everywhere, and I've only seen one or two flowers, which I have seen more this year on that one. I've been watching it a little closer. My canis lilies are coming back good, so are all the weeds. The papayas are doing nicely. The ones that are coming from seed in here are looking fairly well. I still haven't gotten them fertilized yet. Another project. I fixed up the compost with the soil moist in it and just haven't got it put around them. And the hibiscus here. The blooms never open a great deal. I'm hoping one day they will start opening more. They stay small and just don't open. But that hasn't deterred the hummingbirds. I'll see them up there around them. And the moringa. And just all kinds of everything. After the rains, I do try to water all the time and keep everything watered. But I don't know what it is after the rain, and maybe it's just that the humidity's up after the rain, and everything just does so much better and looks better to me. Most of I think I have some ginger in all 4 of these pots. And this galanga has just really shot up in the past week. And I see a few little weeds I need to get in here. I've been trying to work in here and get it cleaned out some, which I had moved all those old pots in where they'll stay dry and the weeds will finish dying out of them. And then I'm going to try to salvage the soil out of it and clean it up. we've had some thunderstorms this past week, and I'm really grateful for the rain, and had some strong winds, and it has blown over the bigger jackfruit tree there a time or two, and it always wants to blow it over on my poor little kratom over here. And it has broke a number of leaves off, but no branches or anything. Earlier in the year it blew some stuff over and broke some limbs, but they're coming out nice after all the cuttings I've taken, and they need more cutting on them. Up in here, these should be cut some more. Granddaddy Longlegs. But it's really pleased with all the branching that I'm getting on some limbs. It's really thickening up my foliage. And the ginger over here is really coming along well. I'm looking for a lot more sprouts before long, and I haven't. This is my first time out this morning, but of the 17 pots of turmeric, when I counted yesterday, I had 14. And today it looks like must have 14 still, because I got three pots that I'm not seeing anything in yet. But with turmeric, it's still early in the year. It'll come out directly. And if you've sat there and watched this all this time, my pawpaw trees, and all the little pawpaws have shed off. I had one left on the tree back there the other day, and it was gone whenever I looked day before yesterday. But anyway, if you've watched all this to now, we'll see if it'll pay off. If you'll make a comment, me, in the comment section. If you want a box, I'm going to give away a box for Memorial Day. And I'm not going to advertise it in the heading on this. And so, if you haven't watched the video, then you ain't going to know about the box that I'm giving away. But see, I have these blackberries all down in here too. And I thought I'd try to put some of them, and maybe a fig tree, and I don't know just what all I can get in a box. But the blackberries there are a thornless blackberry. And get back here and I'll look at the label and tell you just what the name of it was. There's still another one there, which I'm blessed with blackberries, especially the wild thorny ones, but these don't have thorns, and it's a triple crown was what these are. And so if you're interested in trying to have a few thornless blackberries, fig tree, whatever else I can come up with and throw in the box, this is where I'm air layering the banana shrubs. And like I said, I'm not giving those away right yet because I don't know that they're rooted, so don't look for them in the box. But come Memorial Day, I'm not going to do anything fancy like I did last time or anything. I'm just put a number on anybody's name that has said me, and draw a number and see whose name it's on and fix a box. I've still got some seed. I'm out of moringa seed, but I still have some of the hibiscus, and if it's a repeat winter, they may not want some of the same seeds and whatever. And well, like I said, I'll try to get with them and see. But that's what's going on for me today, and I need to get on with my burning and then my mowing. Everyone have a blessed day and be safe.